You cannot even tell me nothing about this stuff. I lived, I know. Hey everyone, welcome back to Africa's Awakening. So today I want to talk about a Gambian guy almost gets stabbed by his boss in Morocco because one of a Gambian who watched my video, my last video that I did about Gambians being deported back to Gambia. So he reached out to me. He's a concerned Gambian. So he reached out. He said, look, I watched your video and it was very interesting, and you know, he agreed with me with some of the stuff that I talked about it on my last video. And yeah, so I think he thinks exactly like me, just, you know, he just like what I just said on the last video. And then he said he reached out, and because he's very concerned, and he said, look, there's a Gambian dude, like a Gambian kid. He's not even like a dude, he's still very young, you know, very young Gambian guy that lives in Morocco. And he was working for this guy, like a Moroccan, say Arab Moroccan, that he was working for, because the boss owes him money and he didn't want to pay him. He worked for him for like 1 year something, like 1 year plus, you know, 1 year some months plus, and the guy didn't pay him. And one day he just walked up to him and asked for his money, and then he said the guy slapped him first, and later he went back home. So from work he went back home and then came with a knife and he wanted to stab him. And the kid said because he worked for him for 1 year and he trusted him that much and he wouldn't ask for his money. I said, how dumb will you be for you not to ask your money? I would have been asking him every end of month. I would have been asking him for my money. And he said, oh, now he doesn't want to pay him, and so on and so forth, and he's asking for other Gambians for help. I say, man, why didn't you ask for your money? So a concerned Gambian guy wrote to me on Facebook, and he said, oh, I watched your last video, what you did about Gambians being deported back to Gambia, and he really liked it. He said, oh, well, there's another story going on that you should talk about a Gambian guy almost gets stabbed in Morocco. I said, dude, you don't need to tell me this stuff. I live with this. I lived in Turkey for almost 4 to 5 years in Turkey, like Turkey. I said, I have talked about all these situations so long. I even did a video on this Africa's Awakening topic, talking about Africans and Gambians and even Africans like traveling to these Arab countries. Why are you traveling to these Arab countries? You don't just travel to a country because you're like, oh, my country is poor, my country is that, I need to go out, or my friend is living out there, he's doing Facebook photos, he's putting nice pictures on Instagram, so I should also go and try and join him, and then, you know, go and find money in that country. Don't do that. Go and do your research. Go to YouTube, go to all these racist things about that country. Do your own research. Africans, we don't research. We just get a visa to other country, or any other country, and then we travel into. We don't even do our research. Ask African Americans. You know why people are like, oh, African Americans don't travel outside of America, because you know what? They go to other states of America. They go to Atlanta. They go to they don't travel to all these racist countries, all these Arab countries and all that looked at black men like nothing, like you're just a slave to them. That's the mentality that they got. You know what I'm saying? So I even did a YouTube video about it. Yes, I did a video. I did an episode about it. I said, look, then travel to this Lebanon. Yeah, that's when Lebanon bomb blast, that thing exploded on their port. You know, the something. Some mineral that they stored on their port, and that exploded. A lot of Kenyans went to their embassy and they were protesting that they want to go back to Kenya. And then I did a full-on YouTube episode about it, talking about it. I don't know why we go. I lived in Turkey for like 6 to 5 years. Man, if I tell you what happened to me in Turkey, you won't believe it. Man, I have lot of memories about that time, man. It's really sad. I work for some guys like Turkeys for like the whole week and they won't even pay me. I'll go there because they're supposed to pay me on Saturday. I work from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Friday, Saturday, and then I'm supposed to get my money. I ask for my money and they won't even give me. Man, they put load on top of your head that you're supposed to carry. Like you are working in an environment like you work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's the kind of situation you are in, and you just work for this guy for 1 week and you go and he would even pay you. I told the guy, I said, look, I said, you cannot even tell me nothing about this stuff. I lived, I know. Man, even if your sister wants to tell you that, oh, I want to travel to Turkey because it's easy to get into Europe and all that, it's not. People think that, oh, if you travel to Turkey, that's why I've met a lot of Africans there. They're stuck in Turkey. They cannot even go outside of Turkey. People who are getting you visa to travel to these Arab countries, even Turkey, they will tell you, oh no, if you get to Turkey, it's very easy to get to Greece. You just cross into Greece, they right next to each other. Europe is very easy to travel between European countries. It's not. Between Turkey and Greece, it's a Mediterranean, like a Mediterranean sea. There's a water. There is this gigantic sea. Like there's water. There's an is that an ocean or I don't know, something like that. You should be very careful of how you go about traveling. And if you want to travel to these countries, do your research. Stop going to this Lebanon, this Morocco, this other countries that they're gonna treat you like you are nothing, like they don't even, your life is not even worth to them. They can, if you travel to countries like Australia and all that, like Australia, say America, or even European countries, you see other people that will even stand up for you, say like, hey, don't do that. This is disgusting how you're treating this guy. But in Arab countries, who's gonna stand up for you? They all have the same mentality. It's so, they don't care, bro. They don't care about black people, like Africans, especially black. They don't care about you. They don't. Stop going there. And yeah, I watched the video. I said, wait, I'll watch this video. I said, and I watched the video. It's really heartbreaking. Stop going to these Arab countries. Some few years ago, there was an African maid, is a black maid, who worked for this Arab woman. And then I don't know what happened. Well, all of a sudden I was watching the video and then the black guy was hanging on the balcony like about to fall. And this Arab woman was standing on the balcony, doesn't even give him a hand. Like, she just let her fall, bro. I watched the video, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I said, we better stop going to these Arab countries. Well, I went there and then I've learned my lessons, If anybody's sister tell you that, oh, I want to travel to Turkey, even women, I lived in Turkey and I saw women, African women selling themselves, If you go to Aksaray, it's not, and I lived in Turkey for 4 years. If you go to Aksaray, if you go to Fatih, you see African women lining up, selling themselves as prostitutes. I say, man, this is really disgracing. And African, man, our politicians are the most useless politicians I've ever seen. Man, our presidents and all that. I don't know why we're killing ourselves to take all this risk, to go to other people's country who are going to, treat us like we are not even human, like we are nothing, like we are nothing, So my advice to people before traveling to other countries, go and watch YouTube videos, go to Google, go and see all this stuff that other black people or African people have encountered in those countries. Don't just get a visa to go travel to anywhere because you just because my country is too hard, there's too much poverty here, there's no jobs in here. But man, look for a country that you're gonna go into and you feel like, oh, alright, here is better. Like you even look around, you see other Africans doing good, like they fine, not even like what good, but like they doing well, like fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, but countries that you go to, nobody can stand up for you. Who are you gonna be leaning on? Their police you can lean on, even their fellow people around there, like countrymen. Because if it happens to you in those Arab countries, nobody's gonna stand up for you. They're citizens, nobody's gonna help you. Nobody's gonna tell that guy, hey, look, ask people who has traveled through Libya, who are in Italy right now, what happened to them in Libya. I have stories to tell. I was in Turkey for 4 years, 4 good years, you know, and maybe one day I will do a full-on episode about it and tell you all what happened to me in Turkey, you know. I have learned my lessons. Probably these Arab countries, I've seen a lot of Africans complaining for other Africans to stop going to these Arab countries. And in my own country, you have Lebanese coming and invest in Gambia. You know, they invade tax. Our government is looking at them like they're doing nothing. Like they invade tax where they're stealing from us. And if a Gambian guy goes to their country, you know how they treat us? They treat us like piece of shit. Man, it's really, really sad. That's really, really sad. You know, they won't pay taxes in our own country. You know, yeah, they come and we you know, we embrace them. We invite them with open hands. You know, but if you just go to their countries and find them there. You know, this is just advice. I'm not trying to bring hate or anything. You know, but this is what I think. You know, that's just giving my advice to fellow Africans out there, like, you know, other Gambians. You know, that this shouldn't happen. If this happens to your brothers and sisters, this is really crazy, you know. But I'm trying to blame Africans that goes to these countries. Why are you going to these countries? And how will you be working with a guy that you don't even ask him for your money? And now you want people to help you go back, you know, to send you money. Said, oh, I lost all my phone and all that because of this situation and all that. Why have you if you asked him for the first or second month and then the fight broke up, you could have been not working for him for 1 year and not getting your money. Like, you would have getting your money, or the fight would have been happen like, you know, back then rather than now, you know. So, but yeah, this is what I have for you guys, and I know if the guy saw this video that I did a topic about it, and he will be very happy. And for sure, yeah. So this is what I have for you guys, and make sure you guys tune in and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.